choose to be. There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only It's like the air around me. It's like the sunlight on my face. I feel the love of God surround me. I am touched by amazing grace. And all I ever wanted, and all I ever needed, was already there. Closer than the sunlight, nearer than the air. And I am filled with the Spirit, and it is health to my body, it is peace to my mind, it is joy, it is joy to my soul. A simple prayer of thank you, and my breath becomes a song that was singing all along, that is singing everywhere. It is nearer than the air. And I am filled with the Spirit. Oh, it is health to my body, it is peace to my mind, it is joy, it is joy. and my breath becomes a song that was singing all along, that is singing everywhere. It is nearer than the air. It's like the air around me. It's like the sunlight on my face. I feel the love of God surround me. I am touched by amazing grace. And all I ever wanted, and all I ever needed, was already there, closer than the sunlight, nearer than the air.
There's one power, invisible, and you see it everywhere and every day. One power, indescribable, and you speak of it with every word you say. Mysterious until you know the truth. As simple as the love inside of you. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, angels' wings, or heaven's door. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? It's the power of the love in you and me. We speak so many languages, different clothing, different colors, different names. But different is only dangerous when we forget that in the heart we're all the same. And we'll remember once we close our eyes to see that such distances were never meant to be. Call it God, call it Spirit, or Jesus or Lord. Call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, Hashem, or heaven's door. It's Muhammad, it's your mind, it's your soul, or it's your sign. It's the universe, it's music, Mother Earth, or Father Time. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? Whatever name you give it, it's the very air we breathe. It's the power of the love in you and me. One power, yeah. One power is what we are. It's the moment of creation. It's an everlasting peace. The freedom of forgiveness. It's the sweetness of release. It's the joy of inspiration. It's the sunshine on your face. It's the birthright of all nations. It's the boundlessness of space. It's the beauty of a baby. The serenity of sleep. It's the anger we abandon. For it's love that's most deep. It's one power. What we are is one. It's the power of the love that lives forever in you and me. It's the power of the in you and me.
Balanced steel and spinning wheels across the blacktop. A tattered ace of spades is jammed between the spokes. My father's hand, so strong and so steady, he gently whispered, "Ready." Then came the time to let me go. He said, "Remember to breathe and steady your hands. And you have found in me someone who understands. Just remember to breathe." How the years fly by and I can't seem to stop them. I can't believe it's me that's standing here today, with a wife, soon to be a mother. I hold her hand and tell her our baby boy is on his way, and say, "Remember to breathe and steady your hands. And you have found in me someone who understands what it means to be scared, to face the unknown. It seems so simple, yet it's easy to forget. Just remember to breathe. Close your eyes and take it in. Hold it deep, then let it go. Wow.
There was a time in my life, thought I had to do it all for myself. I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient, and I didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day. You've got to let it go. Let it all go. And this is what you have to say. I really did not let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Say I release all and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart's open wide. 'Cause I'm only here for God. Oh, no more struggle, no. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for
Well, good morning. You see the Reverend Karen's here this morning, and here I'm just going to go to the Sunday 4-Up team here thing this morning. There's everybody. Good morning, everybody. I hope I don't have anybody muted, right? Hey, so there's Reverend Karen's here, and Marina's here.
Good morning.
And Dave and Mandy are here this morning.
Morning.
Morning. So I'm going to go straight to our opening treatment because it'd be a good thing to do. And we just got word from Tina through the chat that she has COVID. She says, thank you, I'm on the mend. And also, Susie Clark just told me through a text that her brother Clarence is in ICU with COVID. So good morning, Christy Cockrell. Let's all just be as careful as we can. Here, let's go into treatment right now. Oh, so gathering together in this moment, physically, telephonically, in mind, knowing that each of us is an individualization of that one mind. There is one life, It is divine. It is the eternal intelligence of the universe. It is each and every one of us, and our lives are the door, the front end, the hands, the feet, the eyes, the ears, the mind, connected to this one. It indwells us, it expresses itself through us, it supports us, loves us through its creativity, and through our ability to choose what we think and what we believe. And while we recognize that all dis-ease is simply the result of incorrect thinking, the experience of dis-ease, we do not ever turn away from the scientific truth that we inhabit this universe with many other beings, biological entities, microorganisms with which we have interplay. And right now we know this year, for more than a year, we have been doing the dance of life with the coronavirus on this planet. And so I speak my word right now for each and every one of us, for safety, for love, for life, for this coming year of health and well-being. I also include Clarence and Tina in this prayer, knowing that, and anyone else that we know who has, in fact, done the dance with the coronavirus and has the resultant COVID-19 experience. I speak a word of healing and revealing of perfect health. I speak that word for our center too, knowing that as we come into January, in the process of electing a new board and figuring out the course of our teaching and community for another potential year of quarantine, I just know that we are all doing the absolute best that we can in the face of a global, worldwide happening. Happens to be medical and biological, but as Emerson said, there is no great or small to the mind that createth all, and each of us has the choice of how we will, in fact, live this life. So I bless our time together. I bless our day together. I bless this service, the music. I bless all of the components of it and our community who gather together to know each other and be with each other and know truth with each other. All is well. Our life is good and we are good in it. And so in this moment, I simply bless this time and I release my word into the action of that loving and mechanically accurate law, allowing it to do the work of our belief system in this moment. Letting it be and letting it go. I simply release. And together we affirm this truth, this blessing by saying, and so it is. And so it is. So I'm going to bring back the whole team this morning. Everybody have a good New Year's?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you guys
Very
do a concert
restful.
for New Year's?
We did this British thing that we do, British show that we do. So we did that from 6 to 7.
The Long and Winding
we
Road?
do that every Thursday. It's called Spill the Tea. So we did that, and yeah, it was an early night, to say the least.
Later than usual, though. 10 o'clock
Yeah,
is pretty
10
late
o'clock.
for us.
Yeah, we were in bed by 10:30, and then of course we had the fireworks from 12 to 12:45 in the morning. Scared the crap out of the dog, and then Sharon let him out without realizing that the gate was open, and then he bolted down the street to try and figure out where the fireworks noise was coming from, and Sharon's running down the street in her bathrobe and slippers after we had been asleep for 2 hours already. It was nuts. How about you, Marina? Did you have a safe and quiet
I had a
night?
nice peaceful date night in Boron with Jim.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
And Karen, how about you?
I'm not going to tell anyone how late I stayed up.
Well, you already told me that you and
Obviously.
Carly,
Really?
it's like you were watching
it was
Mystery
3 in the
Science
morning.
Theater or something, you know?
No. We were just watching 80s music videos on YouTube. It was kind of weird, but so much fun. Wow. I stayed up way
80s.
too late. Yeah. Don't do what I do, folks. Don't
It
do
was
what I do.
MTV style,
Go
right?
to bed early. Yeah. It was
Okay,
fun,
well,
though.
you guys all sit tight. I'll get back to each and every one of you in a few minutes. It's 2021, and boy, 2020 is still. I'm going to fix my camera here. I don't like that all zoomed in there. There we go. 2020 is still in the rearview mirror, but pretty close in the rearview mirror, and there were a lot of experiences this year. So that some of which were wonderful, and some of which I think we don't want to think about anymore. But I think a good thing and a good practice for us to do on a weekly or daily basis. Hello, Mary. Mary Franklin said, hello, people. A good thing for us to do is to do some conscious, mindful reconciliation and forgiveness work for 2020 and also entering into 2021. So our Ho'oponopono practice, the Hawaiian prayer of reconciliation and forgiveness, is I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. Let's take let's say that together. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. And of course, it doesn't matter even if we're saying it to ourselves or our spouses or our children, or it doesn't have to be out into the world. It's to be in balance and peace with ourselves about our spiritual practice for the year. It's a wonderful way to stay in balance. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you.
I am letting go of the I am letting go of the things.
I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. We are responsible for what we see. Healing ourselves will heal the world. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. We are responsible for what we see. Healing ourselves will heal the world. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you.
So beautiful, Karen. So beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, Karen is going to lead us now in the promises. Also, later in the service, she's going to lead us in our community inclusivity statement. So, Karen, let's do the promises.
I love the promises. Okay, these are Dr. Ernest Holmes' promises, and we can all say these together. I keep the promise that I have made myself to affirm in this moment that I am abundant, healthy, strong, and happy. I keep the intention to daily speak this truth to my inner soul, telling it that it is wonderful and marvelous. That it is one with the great cause of life, truth, power, and action. I whisper these things into my soul until it breaks forth into songs of joy with the realization of its limitless possibilities. I assure my soul.
Thanks, Karen. Let's assure our souls now with the singing of I Remember Who I Am. 1, 2, 3.
I remember who I am. I remember who you are and who we are. His pure spirit. I remember who I am. I remember who you are and who we are. His pure spirit. We are life, we are light, we are love. We are joy, we are peace, we are wisdom. And beautiful harmony. We are pure spirit. I remember who I am. I remember who you are and who we are. His pure spirit and who we are. His pure spirit and who we are. His pure spirit.
Okay, who we are is pure spirit. Well, let's go to our community affirmation and say this together. I believe in one power, one living spirit, one indestructible, absolute, and self-existent cause. I believe that spirit expresses through me and is the unity of all life. I believe that the kingdom of heaven is within, and that we experience this kingdom to the degree that we become conscious of it. I believe that all thought is creative, and that how I choose to think creates my personal experience. I believe the ultimate goal of life to be a complete emancipation from all discord of every nature, and that this goal is sure to be attained by all. I believe in the eternal goodness, the eternal loving kindness, and the eternal givingness of life to all. I love that last slide. You know, I believe in the eternal goodness, the eternal loving kindness, and the eternal givingness of life to all. That is how I want to live my life, and that's what I want to experience. Oh, Alan Barbaza's here. Happy New Year to all at HDCSL, and Doug LeBeau wishing blessings upon all for 2021. Good morning and love to all. You know, we have 40 logins this morning. That's the most that we've had live on a Sunday in a long time. That's like 65 or 70 people. That's just wonderful. Wonderful. So, let's go to Dave and Mandy. Let me unmute you guys. Can you just say something?
Hello.
Oh, good. Okay, I just want to make sure you were there. Okay.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. Love your tree. And
Thanks, it's going away today.
Mandy, can you take your microphone and just move a little bit closer to the center? Just There, just because you're so beautiful, want to see you, as well as hear you. So, what do you guys got up for first up today? A Beatles song, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna do a Beatles song, a John Lennon song called "Across the Universe."
Oh, let's go for it. Go for it.
Tears are flowing out like endless rain into my paper cup. They slip away, they pass, they slip away across the universe. Pools of sorrow, waves of joy are drifting through my open mind, possessing and caressing me. Giant oh, nothing's gonna change my world. 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 Images of broken light which dance before me like a million eyes. They call me on and on across the universe. Thoughts meander like a restless wind inside a letterbox. They tumble blindly as they make their way across the universe. Giant blue demon. Oh, nothing's gonna change my world. 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 Sounds of laughter, shades of light are ringing through my open ears, inciting and inviting me. Limitless, undying love, which shines around me like a million suns. It calls me on and on across the universe. Giant blue demon. Oh, nothing's gonna change my world. 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 Giant blue demon. Giant blue demon. Giant blue demon. Giant blue demon.
Love that song so much. Thank you guys. You know, I thought that John had written that while visiting the Maharishi in India, but I looked it up just now and it said, one night in 1967, the phrase, "words are flowing out like endless rain into a paper cup," came to Lennon after hearing his then wife, Cynthia, going on and on about something. Later, after she'd gone to sleep, he kept hearing these words over and over, flowing like an endless stream, and then he went downstairs and turned it into a song. 1967. Fantastic song. Perfect
song.
to start off. Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
I'll come back in a few minutes. I want to remind everybody that the High Desert Center for Spiritual Living is part of Centers for Spiritual Living. Our international organization of affiliated centers of science of mind. We've been the unified Church of Religious Science since 2011. After a 50-year schism, all the religious science churches that were part of the Church of Religious Science and Religious Science International came back together and integrated back into each other in 2011. So we're all over the world, Centers for Spiritual Living. We're an open and affirming community. And here at the High Desert Center, we are mindfully inclusive and non-racist. The High Desert Center for Spiritual Living is a radically inclusive and mindfully non-racist spiritual community. All are lovingly welcome here. I want to remind you that we go back to our regular office hours this week, which is Monday, 9 a.m. to 1, Tuesday, 9 a.m. to 4, Wednesday, 9 a.m. to noon, and Thursday, 10 a.m. to 3. If you do go over to the center, please respect social distancing, bring a mask, and just take care of yourself. I want to remind you that January, we have a general meeting at the end of January. We have a slate of 4 great candidates for our upcoming year for the Board of Trustees: Emily Caruth, Richard Fox, Joan Phelps, and Clay Reynolds. I'll be interviewing each of them on video coming up starting in the next week, and then I'll be playing those videos during our services on Sunday, so you can get a chance to hear what each of them has to say about what they'd like to accomplish if you elect them to the board. And I want to remind you that both Karen and I have stuff to do after service today. I'm going to a workshop, and she's got stuff to do, so we will not actually have a Zoom today. But Reverend Karen is going to lead us now in our inclusivity community statement, which I like us to do at least, on the first Sunday of every month. Here it is.
Good. That's a good idea. All right. I'm happy to read this here now. This community statement of inclusion. We, the High Desert Center for Spiritual Living, are a community that celebrates diversity, fosters inclusion, champions inner work, and creates space for brave, vulnerable conversations. We are a community that honors the unique emanation of spirit that each person embodies, advocates for human rights and dignity for all, blesses each other, sees holiness in all life, remains learners and listeners, so that we can grow together, and understands that oneness is not sameness. And we, the High Desert Center for Spiritual Living, know that our beloved community is revealed when we love each other well.
Thank you, Reverend Karen. And while you were doing that, Lori texted me and asked, how many positions are we voting for? Those 4 candidates we're electing 2 of them to the board. And they're all great volunteers who do a lot for our center. I'm going to go over to Marina now. Thank you, Karen. I'm going to go over to Marina now. There you are. Let me unmute you.
Good morning.
Good morning. And Marina has our affirmation and our flames of faith, so
I'll take it away. Our affirmation today is: steeped in the wisdom of the ages, I humbly resolve to evolve. And if you could join with me, and let's repeat this affirmation 2 more times out loud. Steeped in the wisdom of the ages, I humbly resolve to evolve. Steeped in the wisdom of the ages, I humbly resolve to evolve. Nice. Flames of faith. We perform this ceremony on Sunday to promote the universal consciousness of life, which acknowledges that all people and all faiths, all beings come from the one great universal presence, which we call spirit. The unity candle represents the unifying nature of all religious thought and experience, which we honor here today. We light the first candle for the shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and practices of all indigenous peoples, the way of primal spirituality. We light the second candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light the third candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light the fourth candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the fifth candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light the sixth candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light the seventh candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of compliance with the will of God as the highest calling. We light the eighth candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light the ninth candle, honoring all forms of new thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through practice of universal spiritual principle. And we light the 10th candle for inclusivity, affirming that all are welcome here. And as we light the healing candle, please put silently or out loud into the light names of loved ones, knowing that they have the experience of Spirit's eternal love. I invite all that are listening to join me as we relax, take another deep breath, and focus inside. You know, here's the truth of it. This wonderful, funny, and sweet life is mine, and this life is God. And I am comforted, deeply comforted, knowing that God and love are all that there is, and I am one with this dynamic force. What I claim for myself, I know for everyone listening, and for me as I enter this winter season, today I see myself as a leafless tree. My roots reach deep into a nurturing life of spirit, branches of kindness, branches of daily practice, creativity, and service get stronger every day. What no longer serves me, I prune away from my slow and sure winter growth. Degree by degree, the return of the light is happening out there. And my days illuminate, and my nights are peaceful. And you know, I'm so grateful for this abundant life, this community, my spiritual teachers and their teachers. I release my word into the law of action, knowing that as I do so, it is done. And please join me in knowing, and so it is.
Thank you, Marina.
You're welcome, Reverend Doug.
I'm going to see, what does it say here? Charles Smith says, since there's no Zoom fellowship today, we would like to take the time now to wish everyone a happy, joyous, and prosperous new year, remembering that we co-create our experience. Beautifully said, Charles. And Karen also affirms beautiful prayer, Marina.
Thank you, Karen.
Mary Harris Franklin said, leafless tree, the fallen leaves enrich the earth. All beautiful thoughts. I'm very excited about 2021. I'm going to head back to Dave and Mandy right now. And
Well, this seems like a very appropriate song for heading into the new year.
If you wake up and don't want to smile, if it takes just a little while, open your eyes and look at the day.
you'll see things in a different way. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop, it'll soon be here. It'll be here better than before. 'Cause yesterday's gone, yesterday's gone. Why not think about the times to come, not about the things that you've done. If your life was bad to you, just think what tomorrow will do. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop, it'll soon be here. It'll be here better than before. 'Cause yesterday's gone, yesterday's gone. All I want is to see you smile, if it takes just a little while. I know you don't believe that it's true. I've never meant any harm to you. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop, it'll soon be here. It'll be here better than before. 'Cause yesterday's gone, yesterday's gone. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop, it'll soon be here. It'll be here better than before. 'Cause yesterday's gone, yesterday's gone. Ooh, don't you look back. Ooh, don't you look back. Ooh, don't you look back. Ooh, don't you look back.
Wow.
Don't look back.
Don't look back. Don't ya look back.
That's right.
Thank you guys so much for
Thank you.
being here every month and joining us and bring great pop music that is relevant to what we're talking about. I love you guys.
Thanks for
Happy
having
New
us.
Year.
We enjoy it.
See you soon.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Great. And wow. Yeah, you know, great message for the beginning of the year, right? Why not think about the times to come? It was written by Christine McVie, by the way. Why not think about the times to come and not about the things that you've done? If your life was bad to you, just think about what tomorrow can do. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop. It'll soon be here. It'll be better than before, because yesterday's gone. Yesterday's gone. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Perfect and timeless message for us to begin our year with. Absolutely. And of course, the fundamental principles of Dr. Ernest Holmes' Science of Mind are truly ageless and come from many spiritual traditions. And all of our prayer work takes place in the moment. Don't stop thinking about what is next and claiming it for the now. It's the fundamental principle of the science of mind. And Dr. Holmes never thought of himself as somebody who created something new. He believed that he had taken ancient spiritual wisdom and synthesized it. That's the word that he used. Synthesized it into an easily understood and simple spiritual philosophy. And what we teach and what we know to be true is that when we do our spiritual practice, which is our meditation and our prayer work, when we do take the time to consciously connect with universal intelligence, with the universal love, with the universal creativity, what we're doing is tapping into the infinite, eternal, divine mind, which is God and has always been God. And each of us has the opportunity to continue to evolve and expand our connection with that and our vision, to make a larger vision about what we can accomplish ourselves and our community, our world, continually growing into something bigger and newer, and not stagnating, not standing still spiritually. But Charles says, beautiful message for any new year, but especially this year. I agree. You know, and our theme for 2021, Charles, when you said especially for this year, our theme for 2021 is timeless wisdom, evolutionary vision. That's our theme for our center. That's our theme. That's the Centers for Spiritual Living global theme for the year. It's also our talk title for today as we kick off this year. Timeless wisdom, evolutionary vision. Here's our spiritual leader, Dr. Edward Fulyoun, with our January theme.
Hello. The year 2020 has been one of extraordinary growth and challenge and change and surprise and possibility and a whole lot more. It's not surprising that some people feel like 2020 knocked them off their balance. It's easy to lose sight of timeless principles when our lives are turned upside down. And it is those timeless principles at the heart of our teaching, the science of mind, that are the focus of our year-long suggested themes for 2021. This is not the time for us to waver from our spiritual path, but instead, this is the time to come back to what we know, back to that which is timeless and permanent and present. The truth is that though we may be knocked off our center from time to time, something remains untouched by world events, and that something remains available to us while we continue and evolve on our spiritual journey. And what is that something? It's the creative field we call mind, that some call the divine. Also in 2021, as we ought to at the beginning of a new cycle, let us take a moment to acknowledge what has happened in 2020. What have we gained? What have we lost? What do we mourn? And what have we been delighted by? And then let us turn our creativity to imagine a post-pandemic reality so that the holy creativity of mind can flow through us in an uplifting direction. Where do you want to be going, and where do you want to be growing in 2021? So yes, let us set our intentions, and let us also take the step of moving forward towards them, but without forgetting that what causes us to dream and to create and to live and to thrive is the timeless, holy presence within. A team of over 100 content providers has created suggested themes and topics for our study groups and centers worldwide. And if you are already a subscriber to our Science of Mind magazine, you'll notice that its monthly themes match our global themes. And if you're not yet a subscriber to our Science of Mind magazine, I invite you to subscribe, because it's a beautiful companion piece to this year-long expansive spiritual journey. And the magazine provides yet another way for us to stay connected, inspired, and on track during these virtual times until we can be physically together again. My blessings to you.
I love that quote that Dr. Edward left us with in his video clip. There is a power at work within us that is able to accomplish abundantly far more than all we can ask or imagine, from Ephesians. And what Dr. Edwards said about Science of Mind magazine and our spiritual guide book for the year, everything is really connected to what I'm going to be talking about all year and what all of our centers are going to be talking about, and what excuse me, and I go back to the text from Charles. It said, "Beautiful message for any new year, but especially for this year." And what Dr. Edwards said, it's easy to feel like we got knocked off our spiritual, perch during 2021. So let's use all the tools that are available to us to stay balanced in our conscious alignment with our Creator this year, that creative power, that indwelling spirit, and so Science of Mind magazine, working with our weekly talks, working with our spiritual journal. First week of January, our work that we're talking about is the fundamental principles of Science of Mind are ageless and cross many spiritual traditions. We know this is true, and we know that in our practice we're tapping into the infinite eternal, which is God and always has been, and that we have the opportunity to continue to evolve and expand our vision, continually growing into something newer and bigger instead of stagnating. So with 2020, as I said earlier, in our rear view mirror, and 2021 just beginning, I am taking Dr. Edwards' words to heart and making a point not only of regrounding us in the absolute truth of our life as individualizations of the infinite eternal, but I also feel very strongly with the experience of divisiveness around the world and the experience of divisiveness politically in our country over the course of the last year, of recommitting myself and our weekly and monthly messages to CSL's global vision of contributing to a world that works for everyone. We are the conscious pebble being dropped into the pond of receptivity. And so this vision is that we see a world in which every person lives in alignment with his or her highest spiritual principle. That's a conscious thought. Every person lives in alignment with his or her spiritual principle, emphasizing unity with God and with each other, right? A world in which individually and collectively we are called to a higher state of consciousness and action. We envision a world in which we live and grow as one global family that respects and honors the interconnectedness of all life, a world where this kinship with all life prospers and connects through the guidance of spiritual wisdom and experience. And we envision a world where personal responsibility joins with social conscience in every area of the political, corporate, academic, and social sectors, providing sustainable structures to further the emerging global consciousness. So our vision crosses all boundaries of whatever our lives, whatever we may consider to be our secular participation in the world is. We want people, we want ourselves, and we want people to think spiritually, which, as Dr. Holmes reminds us, is being aware of the atmosphere of the divine. Our Science of Mind philosophy teaches that we're centered in a timeless wisdom, and just like our Flames of Faith ceremony that we use in our every Sunday service, we steep ourselves in the study and embodiment of the wisdom of all faiths, of all cultures, and to allow ourselves a broader awareness and care of the greater life, the greater reality of life. And we honor the ancestry of our teaching by acknowledging that its roots are in the universal teachings of the world. As we say at the beginning of our service, in all forms of Christianity, Judaism, Islam, all of the Hindu, everything. But for us to effectively change this world with our thoughts and beliefs, knowing where we come from spiritually, we have to grow into knowing that we are powerful and impactful. We have to realize that we are the power. In the late 1950s, in one of his final big sermons at Asilomar, which was written up and called The Sermon by the Sea, Dr. Holmes wrote, "Find me one person who can get his own littleness out of the way, and he or she shall reveal to me the immeasurable magnitude of the universe in which I live." You know, without grounding ourselves in the timeless wisdom of our oneness with Spirit, the truth of our existence, that we are one with God, we simply cannot open ourselves up to consciously using the evolutionary impulse, as Deepak Chopra says, that's always calling us deeper, calling to us to go deeper, to spend more time with the universe in conscious connection, inward to that deeper part of ourselves where our divinity is, and also upward, as this image says, the divinity centers within us, but it also spirals out from us and upward. You know, it surrounds us, it indwells us, it supports us, it expresses itself through us. And we also have to be willing to let go of whatever 2020 has meant to us as a year of global change, global pandemic, the political season, the year of social injustice and pain. And I'm not saying that we devalue any of what has been experienced in 2020. But I am committing my conscious thought to a wholly better experience for all of us in 2021. And to that end, I saved our burning bowl ceremony for today. Here's how I want to do this. I would like each of us to take whatever words, ideas, thoughts, feelings, experiences from 2020 that we would like to release, and either write them on a piece of paper or electronically to write them down into a file on an electronic device like your phone or your tablet or your computer. Something that you can delete or erase or trash when we're done. Okay? I'm going to play Eddie Watkins singing Reverend Jack Fowler's I Am Letting Go for the next couple of minutes while you take the time to think about or write down or type the qualities of your experience from 2020 that you would like to release to the burning bowl. And I'm going to put this image that's right here on the screen and play Eddie Watkins singing I Am Letting Go. So take just a couple of minutes here to think about and create, either analog on paper or digitally on some kind of device, what you would like to release. Okay, here, let's go and do this.
I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, I am healed, I am made whole. I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, I am healed, I am made whole. I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, I am healed, I am made whole. I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, I am healed and I'm made whole. Oh, I am letting go of the things that no longer serve
as we talk about releasing 2020 and embracing 2021, I'd like us to all begin with the result in mind, the end in mind, the embracing and the accepting part. You know, all we need to do is look at nature to reassure you may remember this, a picture that I took last week, one evening, 2 weeks ago, I think, from the corner of my street at sunset. All we need to do is look at nature to reassure ourselves that there is a divine creative power at work, and that the entire physical universe proceeds and is manifested from an invisible source. Invisible. We are the co-creators of our life experience with Spirit. And we do that using our mind, using our faith, our beliefs, our acceptances, our mental equivalent, and our expectancy, which is such a great word, expectancy. Our understanding of the meaning of the words that we use and how we create those experiences by the infinite power of the divine mind. Our mental attitude toward the divine givingness of Spirit, the creativity and choice that Spirit gives us, which are our greatest gifts. And as Dr. Holmes always says, you know, Spirit can only do for us what it can do through us. So we need to be accepting of God's co-creative gift. And I think that requires us looking forward with anticipation and enthusiastic attention to our expectancy. So as we release 2020, let us receive the gifts of 2021.
I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, I am healed, I am made whole. I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, I am healed, I am made whole. I am letting go.
So now, either dispose of the paper you've written on, tear it up, flush it, burn it, crumple it up and trash it, or erase or delete the electronic writing that you've documented and close the door on 2020. People of mindful convictions all over this world are joining us, if not today, but this week, this past week, in doing exactly this. The power of the collective mind and use of eternal mind around the world to do exactly this, to release 2020 and embrace the experiences coming in 2021. And we're not the only ones who want to create a better world through our co-creative oneness with Spirit. My sister-in-law, Barb Harwood, sent me this from Canada. Keelan Harkin is a wonderful young Baha'i poetess who lives in Portland, Oregon. And her book, Susceptible to Light, she writes this beautiful poem. The worst thing we ever did was put God in the sky, out of reach, pulling the divinity from the leaf, sifting out the holy from our bones, insisting God isn't bursting dazzlement through everything we've made. A hard commitment to see as ordinary, stripping the sacred from everywhere to put in a cloud, man elsewhere, prying closeness from your heart. The worst thing we ever did was take the dance and the song out of prayer. Made it sit up straight, cross its legs, remove it of rejoicing, wiped clean of its hip sway, its questions, its ecstatic yowl, its tears. The worst thing we ever did is pretend God isn't the easiest thing in this universe, available to every soul in every breath. That's Keelan Harkin from her poetry book, Susceptible to Light. She's a young Baha'i wife and mother in Portland, and she is writing. If you look her up on Amazon, her book is filled with great poetry, but she is writing about what we're teaching, taking every moment to honor this spiritual life that we're living and to declare and know our oneness with our Creator and with each other. Yes, Charles said, Eleanor said, I shredded my release paper into my recycle box. The pain of last year will be recycled into something new and useful. Beautiful, Ellie. And Charles said, beautiful thoughts in Keelan's poem. I know. She is, when I first read that, it just blew me away. And what she's saying is that God in each of us, as each of us, is each of us. And that God is the easiest thing for us to experience. So now, as we're coming toward the end of our Sunday service, I'm going to invite you to just join me in prayer. Join me in prayer for this year. Join me in prayer for last year. Join me in prayer for the health and well-being of humanity on planet Earth. Here's what I know. I know that there is one life. That life is God. And obviously, as we experience the biological ramifications of the coronavirus, we see that that life, that one life, is our entire planet of humanity. We are all united and attached to each other through our DNA, through our biology, through our chemistry. As Neil deGrasse Tyson would say, we're connected to each other biologically, to the earth chemically, and to the universe atomically. There is no place where God is not, and God is within us, surrounding us, indwelling us, supporting us, living its life through and as us. And so I take this consciously mindful time right now to know that each and every one of us is blessed with that divine spark of life, is blessed with that divine volition of choice, is blessed with that divine creative evolutionary impulse as we co-create and co-manifest this life experience. I bless our time that we spend together. I bless everything that was our experience in 2020 and allow it to go. I bless everything that is and will be our experience in 2021 and allow it to arrive through and as our experience right now in this moment, unfolding over the course of a beautiful year, peaceful, loving, kind, joyful, prosperous, healthy. I know that all is well. I claim that experience for each and every one of us as part of the High Desert Center for Spiritual Living family, our spouses, children, friends, our biological family, our neighborhoods and communities. I know that all is well. As John McClane used to say at the Los Angeles church, and which I used to say at the end of our services, all is well. Life is good. We are truly, truly blessed. Knowing that this is the truth of us, and in great gratitude, I release my word into the action of the law of cause and effect, allowing it to do its work through and as us now, in this moment. And releasing this word, allowing it to be done, together we affirm this prayer by saying, and so it is. And so it is. I do have a backronym for us for this week, and our backronym is RELEASE. Realigning my energy, I live and evolve with spirit's expectancy. Karen's nodding her head over here on camera. Realigning my energy, I live and evolve with spirit's expectancy. I'm going to bring Karen back on right here for a second. Are you there? Oh,
I am here.
There you are.
King of backronyms.
Thank you,
I
Reverend
salute you.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
Thank you. I just want to also...
And a powerful, powerful process.
Yeah.
The burning bowl process.
Yeah.
Very
Charles
powerful.
Smith had sent me a text or an email earlier in the week, not realizing that that was my plan already, to say, hey, we didn't get to do our burning bowl. It's like, yes, we're going to. I was just trying to figure out a good way for us to do it, considering that we're not all in the same room. So it took me days to find a video of somebody doing a burning bowl so that I didn't have to... Thank you, Mary. Mary said, nice one, Rev. You know, it took me days to find a video that worked. I thought I was going to have to do it myself in here in the studio with, like burn my microphone or something, So anyway, I just want to thank you, Reverend Karen, for all that you've done to really, really integrate yourself into our spiritual practice and our community this year, and really look forward to your participation as assistant minister and music minister, continuing with your beautiful music and your beautiful thoughts and talks going into 2021. I thank Marina for participating. I thank all of our practitioners for their work on Sunday services. Thanks to Dave and Mandy again for their beautiful music for today. Dawn Simmons says, thank you, Rev Doug. You are welcome, Dawn. And I
just want to mention, Rev Doug.
Yes.
I want to mention we're going to have another gathering of the Sister Circle.
Good.
This coming Saturday, and I'll be sending out the email with the link in it. It's going to be Saturday, the 9th at 2 p.m. And all are welcome to join our Sister Circle who identify as women.
Great. If you want to send me that info before, I'll make sure that it also goes out voice and text for anybody that may not yet be participating on your list that would like to know. So I'll look forward to getting that.
Wonderful. Thank you.
All right. I'm going to go now to our affirmation for the day. I love you, Karen. I'll talk to you soon.
Love you all. Happy New Year.
You that Dr. Holmes teaches us that our experience here on planet Earth is perfect God, perfect human, perfect being, and our global vision for 2021 will be timeless wisdom and evolutionary vision. Fixer of all things said, we lost you, Doug. Oh, did my microphone go out as I was talking? It did. Where did it go out? There it was. All right, I'll say this again. Steeped in the wisdom of the ages, I humbly resolve to evolve. And yes, Laurie, I know this says January 3rd, 2020. Steeped in the wisdom of the ages, I humbly resolve to evolve. And I know that my microphone came back on when I said perfect God, perfect human, perfect being. And our 2021 vision is timeless wisdom and evolutionary vision. I want to remind you that you can contribute to the High Desert Center through the Give Plus mobile app. I saw that, Charles. Everybody's reminding me that my mic got muted. There's too many controls here. There's too many places that a microphone can get muted. So Karen's waving her hands because she knows that when you're running Ecamm, there's each slide has the possibility of accidentally muting the microphone. As we come into 2021 and we've been virtual for 8 months now, I would like to remind you, and I hear this said this way on NPR when I listen to NPR. If you're in a position to continue to support the center through your contributions, please do. If you like what we do and you want us to keep being able to do it, the center is wholly supported through our own contributions. I tithe 10% of my income to the center. And I know I'm the first minister here in a long time, if ever, who does that. But I believe in the work that we do, transforming lives through the teaching of the science of mind. If you are able to contribute, if you're able to contribute even more than you've been contributing, please do. If you are able to contribute less, please contribute what you can contribute. And if you're not able to contribute at all, keep coming. Your financial situation will change as we co-create this new year of 2021 together. You can give through the Give Plus mobile app. You can, of course, go to our website and you can scroll down on the website and click on the donate button, which will take you to the interface where you can donate. Of course, you can go to the center or mail to the center, High Desert Center for Spiritual Living, 18575 Corwin Road, Apple Valley, California, 92307. And our website is high-desertcsl.org. Charles said, Doug, you are doing a great job presenting the services by yourself. Thank you. But I'm not doing it by myself because our musicians and Reverend Karen are helping, and our practitioners are helping out a lot. Otherwise, it would just be me talking for a solid hour, or as today, an hour and 20 minutes. And that would get pretty boring pretty quick, I think. So reminding you again that our office hours this week, how did that slide get moved over? Let me fix that. There it is. 9 a.m. to 1 on Monday, 9 a.m. to 4 on Tuesday, 9 a.m. to 12 on Wednesday, Thursday, 10 a.m. to 3. Let's go to our giving affirmation, which is, divine love consecrates my gift. It goes forth to heal, prosper, and bless. It is evidence of my conviction that God is the source and substance of my supply. I joyously contribute to the vision of this spiritual center, knowing that it returns to me multiplied abundantly. And Charles says, but you are the technical guru. Well, thanks. I work this stuff out in advance, trust me. And as I say, whenever I make any kind of transaction, I picked up Stonefire grilled Caesar salad for us last night, and the girl who handed it to me laughed when I said, I bless this gift in faith, knowing that it returns to me multiplied abundantly. And so the girl with her hazmat suit on and her mask and her shield, as she was handing it to me in my car as I was masked up, and I said, I bless this gift in faith, knowing that it returns to me multiplied abundantly, she laughed. And so what's saying here? Christy said, beautiful service, Reverend Doug. Thank you. And Mary agrees. Well, I love you guys, and thank you so much for being here today. Let's go ahead and let's sing All Is Well together. And let's, this to me is the greatest gift God ever gave me, was this song coming to me completely written and composed in my mind very early one morning several years ago. So let's sing this together. All is well, and I am grateful. All is well, and now it's time to let it go. All is well, and I am grateful. Life is good, and so it is. I know that the infinite indwelling Spirit blesses and protects us. I know that Spirit is kind and gracious through you and me and each of us. And I know that Spirit shines its light upon us and is our peace. And so it is. Amen. All is well, and I am grateful. All is well, and now it's time to let it go. All is well, I am grateful. Life is good, and so it is. Life is good, and so it is. One more time. Life is good, and so it is. Have a great week, everybody. Enjoy 2021 and all that it has to bring to us. I know that all is well. I love you all. I honor you. Thank you so much for joining us today. Have a terrific week. We'll see you next week.